Welcome to our Ignite presentation on BibFrame, bringing the library catalog into the 21st century. So what is BibFrame anyway? BibFrame, short for Bibliographic Framework, is a data model for bibliographic description. It is designed to replace the MARC standards and to use linked data principles to make bibliographic data more useful in and out of the library community. BibFrame 2.0 takes bibliographic data and organizes the information into three core levels of abstraction: work, such as the original transcription of Pride and Prejudice; instance, such as the printed edition of the same book by Arcturus Holdings in 2017; and item, such as the book you hold in your hand. So, who is the mastermind behind this new data model anyway, and when did it all get started? BibFrame was created by the Library of Congress. MARC was first implemented between 1966 and 67, but as time progressed, technology evolved, and the field of library science started seeing problems with MARC and the advanced technological culture that had been created. In 2012, the Library of Congress announced that they were making a replacement for MARC. Later that year, the first version of BibFrame was released. In 2016, BibFrame 2.0, the current version, was released. So why exactly should we replace MARC? And why should we use BibFrame? Today, MARC allows users to find resources they are interested in throughout the library systems. Though this is useful, BibFrame can lead to so much more. BibFrame can allow patrons access to our system and easily allow for the linking of data into the web. This would allow for a greater amount of people to access our data, increasing the library's impact and usefulness in society. BibFrame may also allow for better integration with RDA as libraries transition to the new standards. As MARC works with AACR2, BibFrame was created with RDA in mind. So what do professionals in the library and information science field think about BibFrame? Bridget Gonzalez wrote that BibFrame may have the potential to be the bibliographic replacement for MARC that the information community has long needed, by helping libraries create linked data that is available to information seekers on the web, which the current MARC standards are unable to do. Jeff Pinka, who is assisting in the BibFrame initiative, said if libraries want to be able to communicate with the World Wide Web, they are going to need to use BibFrame vocabularies in order to do so. Kevin Ford, former project coordinator at the Library of Congress, believes that the BibFrame standard will allow library data to be seen by structuring library records so that search engines can pick them up. However, others in the field are not so sure about BibFrame. For example, Sally McCallum from the Library of Congress discussed the ongoing initiative cataloging in BibFrame at ALA Midwinter 2017, stating, "MARC will die, but it will be from obesity." Most will not argue that MARC has to go. The question is BibFrame the best direction to go in? The Library of Congress has not been able to fully convert MARC records into BibFrame successfully. Past changes in cataloging standards led to duplication as the same things were described differently, and the result today is a massive, highly imperfect universe of data in need of extensive reconciliation if conversion to BibFrame is to work effectively. If the goal is to convert records by 2020, the Library of Congress needs help. Steve Kelly, a librarian at Wake Forest University, points out that smaller libraries may have manpower problems that affect the input the Library of Congress and developers receive from catalogers if and when the conversion takes place. This causes concern about the universal implementation of BibFrame if it were to become the national standard. Though BibFrame is still in development and there are many opinions on its implementation, the general consensus is that the MARC standard is out of date and needs to be replaced. The Library of Congress is currently in their second pilot project for BibFrame, which is focusing on cataloging more diverse materials. After 1 year of this experimental cataloging, an evaluation and report for BibFrame will be released. Our group sees that there is a lot of potential with this new standard, and we'll be keeping a close eye on its development. 4 out of 5 library science students are hoping for BibFrame's success.